Hello and welcome to the channel, welcome back. If you've been here before, this is Little Obsessions, and today we are talking about a topic I have seen come up over and over again. Self-taught versus art school, which is more impressive, which is better. Should you go to art school? Let me tell you. I have not been to art school, but I fully intend to get there one day. I do not have the funds or the means to be there yet. What I do have is YouTube, Instagram, and Google search, and that is how I've gotten as far as I have gotten today. So maybe my opinion is biased when I tell you I think both are equally impressive. I think going to art school is an amazing achievement, and just getting in itself is a great example of being, wait for it, self-taught. What? Yes, because it's not like you can get into art school without having some form of skill already. And we learn those skills by not being in art school yet. And if we are using the definition of self-taught as someone who has not yet been to art school instead of someone who's been locked in a room for their entire life and never taken an outside inspiration, then yeah, we've all been self-taught. And we have used, and a few of us, many of us, okay, so some of us have used art school to further our skills, and some of us has continued to teach ourselves, and there is no shame in either side. It's an amazing achievement to get in art school, and it's an amazing achievement to have learned it yourself, and I will be equally impressed with you regardless of how you learned your skills. That is the truth. I think the only reason this topic keeps coming up is because us as artists have failed our fans by overreacting when we are asked whether we attended art school or whether we are self-taught. It never occurred to me before I got into the art community that this would even be a thing people cared about, but it is. And it is something we should just throw in the bin. The way you learn your art cannot discredit the art itself. If it looks good, it's good, whether you went to art school or whether you didn't. If you create art, you are an artist, whether you went to art school or you didn't. And yeah, maybe people will discredit you and tell you aren't qualified, or they'll tell you you're overqualified and everything is easy for you. But we don't have to listen to the negativity. And I don't mind if you guys in the comments want to tell me that I am wrong and that one side is better than the other, but I believe that in the art community we are all equals. We all started off completely equal. We don't even get judged on our appearance because we don't have to show our faces, which also means we don't have to show our nasty sides. We don't have to be mean to each other. In the art community, we have the best chance of pretty much every community out there to be the kindest, most loving and supportive community, and I think we should be doing that, supporting other artists. And I honestly think the debate between which is more shameful and which is better is silly. We are all great, and there is no such thing as truly self-taught because we have all learned from another person in our lifetime. We have all seen another picture in our lifetime, and just that is learning by example. So yes, I think that we are all amazing artists regardless, and I definitely recommend going to art school if you get the chance, and I definitely recommend answering people honestly when they ask you if you went to art school or not, because most of the time they're just curious, and if not, it doesn't matter what they say to you because it's not like they can take your art away or fully discredit it. There will always be haters no matter what you go into. So you may as well go into what you love, head held high, strong and ready, and fully be able to say, I am an artist, whether I went to art school or not. I am amazing, and art is just as hard for me as it is for everybody else, whether I went to art school or not. And my art is just as valuable as anybody else's, whether I went to art school or not. I think that as artists, it is our job to keep the art community peaceful. I am self-taught, I am going to an art school when I can, and I feel like most artists who are self-taught have that in mind. Should I go to an art school? Could I go to an art school? And I think everybody should try it. At least try it, or at least consider it. I'm not saying that not going makes you less, and I'm not saying that going makes you more. but I do obviously recommend it. And I know that sounds a little contradictory. Why would you be telling someone to do something if it doesn't definitely make them a better artist? Nothing can definitely make you a better artist other than practicing and listening to feedback and practicing. Literally just keep expanding your skills. As I said, the art community can be beautiful. Art itself is beautiful. And this debate is silly, so I hope that maybe this video has convinced you to not be so bothered when you're asked whether you did art school or not. And if you are not an artist and you're just watching this because you're a little bit curious, maybe keep in mind that some artists are going to overreact and that your small, tiny opinion can really, really affect some artists. And just keep the community clean, because I love art so much and I would hate for this place to become a toxic community, because I know since I've started, people have been really supportive of me getting better and doing more, and they know I'm self-taught and no one's ever called me out on it, although I've seen other artists get called out on it, and I think that is terrible. So I'm going to leave you with all of that to think about and send you off with a love, yes, see ya, bye, because we all love art here.